I started DDP 45 years ago, when I was just a 25 years old boy. By the grace of God, I didn't go to any university or any secondary school. I'm just a side boy, having come out of Tennessee Middle Boys School as a very good creative artist. That's how I started.
DDP is a market leader in the outdoor advertising, or what we call the out-of-home advertising industry in Ghana. The company is well over 40 years. I mean, like, we've come from humble beginnings to where we are today.
It was Mr. Muzu who spotted me at home and took me to the office. Then the biggest local advertising company called AFAMAL, Africa Advertising and Marketing Limited. That's where I started my journey into advertising as an apprentice in the graphic design studio. After I've gone through the rudiments of training, I joined Arakan Printing Press as the illustrator. Then I had a dream of establishing my own small art studio, because I have a lot of friends who were coming to me for do this design, do that design, and I thought, oh, every month I have a sizable cash with me, so I can venture out to be on my own. It was not easy those days, for a young boy of 20-something years to say I want to work on my own. But I think it's God's grace that pushed me to do that. That saw the beginning of DDP.
Our mission is to provide creative and innovative media that enhances brand visibility. As a company, our vision is to be the most sought after outdoor advertising company in West Africa.
We've grown basically because of who we are and what we do. We do what we do best, more than anybody else. That is what has brought us this far.
Our values as DDP is integrity, accountability, and honesty. We value integrity in everything that we do because this makes our clients trust us, and we are very honest in whatever our dealings are, not just with the clients, but also with all the stakeholders that we deal with.
I'll say our core competencies are the fact that we have a very quick turnaround. We are very innovative.
We don't do what others do, no. Because I believe in traveling. I travel a lot. So what I see outside, I try to introduce into our territory. So if anybody has followed the growth of DDP, you will find out that DDP always leads the pack in innovations in outdoor advertising.
We have a very well-trained staff, which is very technical. Capacity currently about 60 members of staff. We also have about 40 auxiliary staff that work with us. So in terms of staff capacity, we are very much well equipped. But obviously, as we go into the other countries, we will need to hire and engage more staff depending on the size of the operations in those countries. But in terms of capacity, we are very well equipped.
I'm in charge of the digital printing section of DDP. DDP printing started with screen printing, and then we moved to the offset kind of printing. And now we are using large format digital printers to print for our conventional billboards.
Government of Ghana is one of our clients. All the ministries, departments, and all that, and even iconic global companies, the Guinnesses, the MTNs, the Vodafones, all the big names you can think about in Ghana. It's over 40 years. I mean, like, we've done a lot in our industry. We've been part of almost every major outdoor advertising campaign that has been carried out in this country. Okay, from the days of the Ghana Goes Right, 1974, through introduction and reintroduction of VAT, AIDS campaign, whatever. I mean, like, DDP has been at the center of all these adverts.
I see DDP capable of growing into many other African countries. And I see DDP capable of solidifying our position here in Ghana. Currently, we have the concession for advertising in the airports. That even enhances our brand leadership as well, over and above the billboards that we have. So I think there is a lot of potential for DDP growing into Africa, growing into West Africa and all the other countries.
We also bring synergy into what we do. So for instance, if you have a client who wants to roll out a campaign across the West African sub-region, one touch, it happens just like that because we are well connected across the region. We believe in the bigger the better.